condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man will go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. And as per usual, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. You already know what to do, so let's get into it. All right, hey Coco V, Bookhorse DC, Deronda, T2024 is in the house. All right, Nessa G is here, Claudette, We the People, Truth Brown, Fat Boo is here, All Hell Nah, Most Hated Bronze Flat Power God. All right, AM, I see you. Queen Amoni Huey. All right, Spicy Pisces is here. Pretty Wings, Belinda. Okay, so let's get into it. I see Lewis Kendrick is here. All right, Samantha. All right, so get those likes up, everybody. Please get those likes up. Thank you in advance. Nia is here. Bookhorse DC, did I say you? Okay, so let's get it popping. Y'all know the Queen is on here a little later than usual. On here a little later than usual. Okay, I didn't do my morning wake-up call today. Cherokee Consulting and Insurance. All right. So with that all being said, let's get into it. Now, for those of you that were here last night when me and Lisa Cabrera did our video, you know that we had a visitor in the chat, none other than Tisa Tales. Now, I want you all to pay attention because, oh, and by the way, I heard she called me a petty bitch. Now, I am petty. I'm not even going to lie. I am absolutely petty. Okay? I heard she called the Queen a petty bitch. But what's funny is she came over here trying to paint the narrative that I steal her content. But let me just show y'all what somebody sent me. Okay? Please pay attention. Y'all saw I was laughing because she's hilarious. Okay, now y'all remember this, right? Y'all remember this? Now, this is why she got mad and came over here. Because we were showing, me and Lisa were showing that house that she was talking about, that mansion, how that was absolutely not the house the girl went to. Now, I showed this on the screen. Y'all see me showing this. Y'all remember I showed it last night. Now, let me show y'all something, because here's what I find interesting. Now, she She's sitting here trying to act like, oh, I'm going to call the police on you. Didn't you say she's going to call the police on the queen? I'm going to file a report about you stealing my content. Girl, who needs to steal your content? But let me show y'all this. Now, this is what she did right after she got out of my chat because I blocked her. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? I'm sorry, what? That's right. She came right over here. She came over here to see what she could steal. I want y'all to pay attention. Then she says, why do I keep talking about her? But you just called me a petty bitch. I just want y'all to pay attention. I just want y'all to pay attention because she clearly is pressed by the queen. Came right over here, stole a receipt, and dipped. Oh, okay. I find it all hilarious. Shout out to fake Nancy Drew, by the way. And that's what you said. Wow, that's crazy. I know it's crazy. I mean, I can't even be mad at her. And then I saw somebody, because you all know that I read the comments after. I go back and read some of the chat comments after, the ones that I can't see. Coco V said, I missed it. Oh, honey, she was in the chat. Now, somebody thought it was a troll acting like her. No, that was her, honey. That was absolutely her. You could tell by the way she talks. That was definitely her. And she stole that receipt and ran back over there and showed it later. And called the queen a petty bitch. You're in my chat talking crazy and all mad and butthurt and been out of shape, but I'm petty? Yeah, I absolutely am petty. I'm not even going to lie about that. So anyway, with that all been said, shout out to Wig too. Boba said, wow, thieves be stealing. Okay, it's all good though. I love it. I absolutely love it. Claudette said she's butthurt. She was butthurt. She had to be. I mean, to get in my chat, yeah, she had to be butthurt and bothered, honey. Okay, please pay attention. Now, with that all been said, let's get into these receipts. Because you guys, Diddy, Red Wine Entertainment said that's why she was watching, obviously. Well, she's always watching. Absolutely, to see what she can steal, as I said. Okay? Samantha said Tisa's giving wig vibes. She is wig, beloved. She's wig too. Okay, she is wig number 2. Now, so listen, so Diddy's team is still whining and complaining. Okay, they're filing motions and all of this. So now on today, just hours ago, the prosecution filed a motion to the judge and basically telling the judge that they can't come to an agreement with the defense and that, they understand that they want, discovery, but they're going to have to wait. So let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen. Like stuff, everyone, please like and share. This is all nefarious. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on here. Fat Boo said, I missed that. Honey, you didn't miss much because I was just sitting here laughing at her make a fool of herself, honey, all up in my chat, whining and complaining, honey. With nary a receipt to prove I ever stole anything from her. But we have tons to prove that she steals from the queen, and she was stealing right there and there as she was here, as we now see. Okay, so let's get into it. So here's what it says. This is what the prosecution sent to Judge Subramaniam. And like I said, this was filed on today. Okay, so the parties respectfully, dear Judge Subramaniam, the parties respectfully submit this joint letter in response to the court's order dated December 12th of 2024, directing the parties to outline the issues the parties believe should be addressed at the pretrial conference scheduled to proceed on December the 18th of 2024 at 2 p.m. Now, you all remember on the 12th when they filed that motion, the defense, that is, I read to you all about that. Okay, so basically they were saying that the prosecution needed to have the evidence in, okay, have given them the evidence by the 18th when they have the pretrial conference. Okay, so now the government's position is this. The government is on track to complete production of the discovery currently in its possession by December 31st of 2024. Certain discovery, however, may be produced after that date. For example, due to technological issues or limitations, the government has not yet been able to extract every electronic device seized. So basically, the devices that they confiscated from Diddy's house, his houses during the raids, they're still trying to get all of the information off of those with forensics and all of that. Basically, documents, photos, emails, video footage. They haven't been able to get all of the things off of all of the devices that they have in their custody. Okay, to the extent that the ongoing efforts to extract the devices are successful, those extractions will be produced promptly, because that's what the defense wants. The defense wants to know what all do they have that they've taken off of these devices. We need to see it. This is the period of discovery, and what's the holdup, and what in the hell is taking so long? Okay, they have questions. Now, so goes on to say that as soon as they get it off, we'll quickly give it to them. Moreover, as noted previously, the government's investigation is ongoing, and the government will continue to produce discoverable material as it's received on a rolling basis. Now, this may include, among other things, records retrieved in response to outstanding or new subpoenas or other legal process. With respect to the defense statement that it intends to write the court regarding the government's Brady disclosures. Now, Brady disclosures, that's basically, where the prosecution has to submit and give over any evidence to the defense that is favorable for the defendant. Okay, that has to be given over. A deputy has an affirmative duty to give any information, receipts, evidence, whatever you want to call it, to the defense's team. Okay, that is in favor of their client. Now, they say, basically, they're saying that the defense has a statement that they're intending to write to the court regarding the government's Brady disclosures to date. The defense raised a question that the government's November 21st, 2024 disclosure letter for the first time on December 15th of 2024. Okay, they say the government would like an opportunity to meet and confer with counsel on any alleged deficiencies before seeking court intervention, particularly given that the government's discovery productions in this matter are not yet complete. So basically what they're saying is, Your Honor, I don't know why they want to keep writing you these letters and whining and complaining when we have already agreed that we're going to give them the discovery materials as soon as we get all of them done. And in fact, rather than waiting until we're done with all of them, we'll just give it to them on a rolling basis. Like, meaning as soon as we get some, we'll give you this, and then when we get the next batch, we'll give you this, because they have not, like I said, been able to extract all of the information from the devices. And there's in fact no telling how many devices that they have. Okay, there was at least 250 cameras in Diddy's houses. So how much information is on these devices, and how many devices do they even have in their possession? So they basically said it's going to take a while for forensics to get through all of this. So they go on to say that they want to meet with them. They would just like to sit down and confer with them, counsel to counsel, rather than them continuously going to the court to whine, grovel, and complain, and to keep writing statements to the judge. Now, here's the defense's position, because you just heard the government's position. The defense's position is this. The defense intends to file a letter with the court today requesting that the court modify the terms of the protective order to require the government to redesignate a small subset of discovery materials, currently designated as inspection only, to attorney's possession only. We have met and conferred with the government on these materials, and discussions are at an impasse. So the defense is saying, listen, we don't need to meet with them. We've already met with them, and nothing's going forward. They're basically saying the discussions, like they sat down and talked with them already, and the discussions are at an impasse. Impasse means deadlocked. It's not moving forward. There's no progress. We're literally at a standstill. So they're basically saying, if we're at a standstill and we can't come to a resolution, there's no need for us to sit down and confer with them again. Okay, we just want to bring it straight to court. So the defense's letter will also address the government's Brady disclosures thus far, and argues that the Brady disclosures fail to meet the minimum constitutional standards to which Mr. Combs is entitled. Okay, and then these parties will be ready to answer any inquiries from the court about pending motions. Respectfully submitted, Edward Y. Kim, Acting United States Attorney. And then it also is signed by Maureen Comey, Meredith Foster, Emily Johnson, all of them, and then you see at the bottom, Mark Agnifilo and Teeny Garrigo signed it as well. Because this was a collective or joint filing by both parties. So as y'all see, I just find it all interesting. Okay, I find it all interesting because Diddy's team is like, they want the information now, but you can't get everything until they have it. Okay. So with that all being said, now let's talk about Jay-Z because let me tell you guys something. The UK media is going in on Jay-Z. Just digging up dirt, just going in on him. Okay? Just going in on him. Because shout out to Ticket TV, because I heard him talking about it and I went and looked it up, honey, because they seem to be upset with Jay-Z particularly. Okay? Now, could it be that it had something to do with Piers Morgan? It likely is, because these people, they stick together, okay? You know, they stick together. Uh, Trump Don says Agnifilo is the weakest link. Okay, shout out to the Queen's fan page in the chats. Okay, so now let's talk about it because here's what they're saying, honey. They're implying that Jay-Z is a PDF file. I just want you all to pay attention. Okay, Beyonce, hold on. Okay, now it says rapper in his 20s was linked to protege Foxy Brown, 16, and got rival Nas's girlfriend, 26, pregnant during a 5-year affair. Honey, they wouldn't dug up all the receipts because I didn't know anything about Jay-Z having an affair with Nas's ex. Did any of you guys know that? Once in the chat if you guys knew that, because I never knew. Where was I? Somewhere under a rock? One's in the chat if you all, hey, like Queen Candy J, beloved. Okay, one's in the chat if you all knew anything about Jay-Z allegedly having a 5-year affair with Nas's ex-girlfriend. No wonder they didn't get along. Okay, some of you all knew, some didn't, honey. I didn't know anything about it, but guess what? Okay, says Dejanelle says she wrote a book. Well, they talk about that too in this article. Yes. I didn't know anything about it, honey. It's news to me, but let me continue. So they go on to say Jay-Z's murky past. His murky past relationships have been thrust back into the spotlight after the news that the rapper has been accused of raping a 13-year-old girl. Now, the singer, who's 55, was hit with a civil suit filed on Sunday that claims that he assaulted a 13-year-old girl on September the 7th of 2000 after the MTV Video Music Awards with Sean Diddy Combs, but he insists that he's the victim of a blackmail effort. So weeks after the alleged incident, he went public with Beyonce. Okay. Wait a second, what? Yeah, weeks after the incident, he went public with Beyonce. Hold on, they must have left out something. Hold on, let me see what's going on here. Because one thing about the Daily Mail is they very often have typos. I don't know who's the editor. How do they jump from one to the next? First, they talk about the 13-year-old in the lawsuit. Then they hop in saying weeks after the alleged incident, he went public with Beyonce, then 19 at the Ahmadiyyah exhibition. Let's just roll with it, honey, because clearly they left out something. Now, but a photo has revealed that they actually first met in late 1997 when the Destiny's Child star was 16 and he was 28, although there is no suggestion that anything improper occurred. Now, I just want you all to pay attention because they subliminally are saying that as we continue to listen. Now, however, Beyonce was not the only teenager that Jay-Z was linked to around the same time period. You get where I'm going with this? See, they're saying that they're not saying that anything actually happened, but then they took throwing in all these little tidbits to imply exactly that something happened. I just want you all to pay attention. Now, they go on to say he was linked around that time to another teenager, or Beyonce was the only teenager he was linked to around that time period. Okay, with rumors continuing to this day that he had a relationship with teen rap sensation Foxy Brown, although she has denied the claims. Now, she began her career in the music industry in 1994 when she was 15 years old. But it's believed that it wasn't until 1995 when she was 16 or just turned 17 that Jay-Z discovered Foxy and recorded the explicit rap song Ain't No Ninja with her. So Ain't No Ninja, or he recorded with her. From 1995 to 2000, she was also embroiled in a 5-year affair with his rap rival, Nas. Nas is on, hold on. Oh, he was embroiled. I'm sorry. He was embroiled in a 5-year affair with his rap rival Nas's on and off again girlfriend, Carmen Bryant, which resulted in her falling pregnant at the age of 26. This is a pretty lady. This lady looks like Kim Porter to me. I've never seen this lady before in my life. She looks a lot like Kim Porter. Now, that's just my opinion, but let me put her face on the screen. You all see her? She looks like Kim Porter, in my opinion. Very attractive lady. I see she's wearing a bindi on her forehead. Okay, so anyway, that's allegedly who he was having an affair with. Okay, Nas's ex right there. Now, during a 2005 joint interview on Real Talk with Funk Flex, Foxy spoke about the early days of her career, which started when she was 15, and how Jay-Z would collect her from school for recording sessions. So Jay-Z was picking her up from high school. You know, they say R. Kelly used to be hanging out around the high school too, like a whole creep. Okay, that's all alleged, but that's what they were saying years ago, hanging out around the school, waiting for the young girls to get out, I guess. She said of her mentor, Jay can tell you he'll have to pick me up from school and take me to the studio. Foxy added that she took correspondence courses to keep up with her education while knocking out her records. And she said, I was a monster at 15. Now, despite her references to being 15, it's believed that she first met Jay-Z in late 1995 when he heard her performing on the LL Cool J track I Shot Ya, recorded when she was 16 or very shortly after turning 17. Now, according to the biography, Jay-Z, the King of America, by Mark Beaumont, she had a sneer to her flow, a ballsiness to her stance, and her lyrics oozing sex, money, and designer name tags. Now, Jay was so entranced that he had to have her. This is what they say. Said he was so entranced that he had to have her. I just want you all to pay attention because all the implications are here is what they're doing. Now, their first song together, recorded in 1995, Ain't No Ninja, saw the schoolgirl rapping Ain't No Ninja like the one I got. No one can F you better, sleeps around, but it gives me a lot. Keeps you in diamonds and leathers. I think I remember those lyrics. Now, the pair continued to collaborate with Jay-Z, rapping on one of her biggest hits, I'll Be, which was released in 1997. They worked together again in 1999 on the song Bonnie and Clyde Part 2, which featured on Foxy's multi-platinum second album, China Doll. Now, various figures in the entertainment industry have since fueled rumors that there was an sexual relationship between them. In 2000, the rapper Nas released the diss track Ether, aimed at Jay-Z, in which he claimed Foxy got you hot because she kept your face in her pee. Okay, what you think? You getting girls now because of your looks? Honey, Ether is till today still one of the best diss tracks ever. Okay, hit him up first and Ether a second. That's my opinion. Then no Vaseline. Now, Foxy followed this with her own diss track, Let Him Know, in 2010, in which she appeared to admit to an sexual relationship with the rapper. They said I effed with Nas, and now they say it's AZ. But on the low, the real ninja was Jay-Z. Y'all heard that? Foxy said that in her own lyrics. Now, 3 years later, a gossip website reported that Foxy, whose real name is Inga DiCarlo, fund merchant, attended a baby shower where she started questioning the rapper's sexuality and claimed she lost her virginity to him when she was 15 and he was 27. Say what? Y'all heard this? Yet Foxy slammed the claims, telling TMZ at the time, the atrociousness of the story sickened me to my stomach. Any and everyone involved will be contacted by my attorney. Now, she added, in all my years in the music industry, these are the most disgusting and disrespectful allegations I've ever experienced. This fictitious story with no audio, visual, or written interview clearly was concocted with malicious intent. Jay has only been wonderful to me and my family, a great friend throughout all the years I've known him, and we had nothing but great success as a team. She continued saying, Beyonce, his wife, has always been gracious and sweet to me. I will not let any undercover hater create discord and disrespect my name and reputation. Now, in spite of her denials, the rumors have resurfaced and they refuse to die down. On her show in June of 2021, TV host Wendy Williams referenced Jay-Z and Foxy, saying that this was allegedly a romantical thing. All right, I'll say alleged, but we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce. Now that's what Wendy said. Meanwhile, Foxy addressed the rumors that Jay-Z forced her to sign an NDA about their alleged relationship with the star. Her alleged relationship with the star back in October. Responding directly to a YouTuber, Tisa Tales, that is, okay, to her video, which explored Foxy's connection to Jay-Z and Diddy, she called the post fake news and insisted she would never sign an NDA. Now she wrote in Icon Business, miss me with the fake news. NDA ain't a MF alive that could stop my story. NDA on my ish. NDA, my ish is gonna run 100 mil. Stop playing with my name, dying for a comment. Can't spin me with a sucker ish to take Hove down. Better ask about the cloth I'm cut from. Y'all want me to be anti-Hove so bad. Now, Foxy also broke her silence on the grape accusations with a cryptic post as she shared a black screen with the word "weights" and an embarrassing looking face to her Instagram story. Now, in another post, she simply shared a cold face emoji after the accusations were revealed. Meanwhile, Jay-Z also had a 5-year affair with Carmen Bryan, who was in an on-again, off-again relationship with fellow rapper Nas at the time. Now, Carmen and Nas met in 1992 and welcomed their daughter Destiny in 1994. The pair are thought to have embarked on an affair from around 1995 to 2000, suggesting the affair would have overlapped with the time that Jay-Z began dating Beyonce in 2000. While Jay-Z and Beyonce claim to have met when the rapper was 30 and the latter was 18, contrasting comments from the young forever hitmaker suggest that he met his future wife when she was 16, when he was 28 years old, even if their romantic relationship started later. Carmen confessed about the affair to Nas after the release of Memphis Bleak and Jay-Z's track, Is That Your Chick? Now, she revealed that after the release of the song, Nas phoned her to ask if it was about her after years of choosing not to believe the rumors about the pair. Writing in her memoir, It's No Secret, Carmen recalled the difficult conversation with Nas as she wrote, Nas, it's true. The rumors are true. I have been seeing Jay-Z. Now, during the 3 a.m. phone call, Carmen explained that she and Jay-Z had been having an affair for 5 years after they met as friends and began an intimate relationship a year later. Trifling. Honey, first of all, if you're with Nas, why would you want to be with Jay-Z again? But anyway, I digress. In an interview with Vlad TV in 2017, Carmen also admitted that she had a relationship with Jay-Z and fell pregnant with a baby, which she later miscarried. Funny how all these women who claim to have allegedly been pregnant by Jay-Z have all these miscarriages, but let me continue. I believe I was 3 months. It was the first trimester. It wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't planned. It wasn't like, oh, we're going to have this baby. She also confessed that she only told Jay-Z about the pregnancy after the miscarriage happened. Now, discussing Jay-Z's song Takeover, which was released in 2001 and was about Carmen, she explained, I had already split up from Nas. I had shipped all my things to LA. I had moved and I packed Destiny and I up and we were already out. Nas and I weren't together. We were not in a relationship, yet things weren't completely over, as she added, saying that we were still going back and forth and seeing each other. The relationship wasn't null and void. Okay, now let me ask you all something. Ladies. Ladies, let me ask you all this. Nia said Jay got a lot of kids before Beyonce kids, shaking my head. It sounds like it. Now, let me ask you ladies something. Do you all think it's okay to be dating your ex-man's rival? I have several questions. One's in the chats. Ladies, for the ladies who think it's okay to be dating You're X-Man's rival. What do y'all have to say about yourselves? I know some of y'all are doing it. Please don't sit up here and lie. Y'all know I'm a whole psychic. I'm gonna call you out. Above all that drama said that's tacky. It is tacky, isn't it? I mean, it is to me anyway. Uh, Sandy says, depends on how bad you hate the X-Men. Y'all need to sit down. I don't think it's cool under any circumstances, okay? Now, where's Queen Candy J's? Okay, Lock Queen Candy J says, no, 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 Queen. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Me and my boyfriend, okay, we're on and off, on and off. Okay, anyway, we're together now, but I'm just saying how at one point when we were off years ago, I was going to go out with this dude that I had met, and I didn't want him to know where I lived. I don't like telling people where I live until I get to know them. But anyway, so I went over to his house, and we were supposed to be going somewhere. I can't remember. But when I got there, honey, I got there, right? I was in my 20s, and he was in the shower or something. He wasn't ready quite yet. And so his friend, his roommate, opened the door. And so I sat down, and what do I see? I see a picture of him and my boyfriend, okay, at a job that they both had worked. Johnny, I was out of there so quick. I was out of there so quick. Do you hear me? I sure was. I was up out of there so quick, and I called my ex and told him too, honey, because what? Not going to be able to do it. All right. Now, I know some of you varmints think that's perfectly fine, talking about how bad you hate the ex. Sit down somewhere. Y'all need to sit. Look at me and laughing. Trisha said, dating someone who dated your friend or family member is a no-no. Absolutely. I agree. I agree. Truth Brown said, you're a real woman, Queen. Thank you, beloved. I tried to be. Wait a minute. Oh, hell no. I said, rent too damn high. I'm going to do it. What? Let me continue because y'all are a mess. Not rent is too damn high. So anyway, let me continue. So breaking her silence on Jay-Z's grape accusations on Monday, Carmen took to Instagram with a screenshot of the lyrics from Jay-Z's verse on Kanye West's track Monster. Y'all remember that? Because I read y'all those lyrics the other day. See, I'm not the only one noticing this stuff. I want you all to pay attention. Okay? She talked about those lyrics too. And let's not forget Lucifer, okay, son of the morning. But anyway, that song is called Lucifer. Now, the star highlighted the pointed lyrics, kill a block, I murder the avenues, I grape and pillage your village, women and children. I told y'all that the other day. I said, what was Jay-Z thinking about when he wrote that? That sounds nefarious. I mean, why would you even write those type of lyrics as a grown man? I have questions. Meanwhile, fans are saying that Jay-Z's feature in Pharrell Williams' song Young Girls is a reference to Beyonce because the lyrics describe grooming a young girl. Now, do you all think he was grooming Beyonce? Because I do. I don't know if he was, but I certainly think he was. That's my opinion, Jay-Z, so don't try it. Okay? They read, Hove got a young girl. Hove got a young girl. Still not quite 21. So high strung. Such a vibrant thing. I introduced myself. Hi, Miss Thing. You're 19? No, you're lightning in a bottle. I give you a ring tomorrow. Oh, nefarious. Jay-Z has closely guarded his relationship history prior to Beyonce. He was also romantically linked to various women in 2000, including actress Rosaria Dawson, R&B singer Blue Cantrell, rapper Charlie Baltimore, and video vixen Corinne Steffens. And we all know what she said about Jay-Z. He also spotted he was also spotted with the late singer Aaliyah, who had been victimized by R. Kelly as a minor and died in a plane crash in 2001. So I'm just telling you all. Hold on, let me show you guys these pictures. Who was this Jay-Z? So Jay-Z was romantically linked to several women before he married Beyonce. Here's a picture of him and Aaliyah. Judite Prince of 77 said Jay-Z's not innocent. I mean, even if he's innocent of the allegations currently against him, I definitely don't think he's innocent of having done nothing nefarious, okay? I definitely don't think so. Now, who is that? Jay-Z has closely guarded his relationships prior. He was romantically linked to various women. Oh, that's Rosaria Dawson. She looks a bit different. Okay, so anyway, like I said, they're out here digging up dirt and receipts on Jay-Z after he went in on Pierce Morgan and demanded that he take down that Jude, I said, you're right, Queen. Thank you, beloved. Sandy, Colorado said Kathy White is just one of them. Right. In my opinion, something shady happened to Kathy White. So anyway, with that all being said, they said that Beyonce's fans were in shock because she dropped her last name. Hold on, let me pull this up. Beyonce fans in shock over name change after Jay-Z was accused of raping a teen with a Diddy. And so let's get into it. I'm trying to get rid of these pop-ups. Okay, so Beyonce fans were left in shock after Forbes dropped husband Jay-Z's last name from her moniker days after he was accused of raping a teenager. Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, was accused in a lawsuit of raping a 13-year-old girl with Diddy at a party after the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. The rapper vehemently denied the accusations in a bizarre statement posted shortly afterward. Forbes named Beyonce as one of the year's most powerful women days after the allegations emerged and listed her as Beyonce Knowles. Okay, they didn't put the Carter on there. Okay, instead of her official name, Beyonce Knowles Carter, leading fans to claim the move was a soft launch name change. I don't know about that because Beyonce says she's standing by her man, right? Now others wrote, "Let me hear y'all say, uh-oh, this going viral. Good luck, babe. Nah, don't forget the Carter. This is blowing up. Good luck." Okay, so people had a lot to say. Now, others defended the star, saying that Forbes has always gone by just Beyonce Knowles. This is not new. Why are you all trying to come up with a false narrative? However, this is not the case, as in September, Forbes published a story calling the singer Beyonce Knowles Carter. Okay, as she launched her new whiskey brand, Sir Davis. The couple are worth an estimated $3 billion combined. Now, Beyonce has notably called herself Mrs. Carter for over a decade and toured under her married name. Her most recent album was also named Cowboy Carter in a nod to her married name. Now, the unidentified victim who filed the lawsuit against Beyonce's husband claimed that the alleged attack took place at a VMA's after party in September of 2000 while an unidentified female celebrity watched. The victim previously referred to Jay-Z as Celebrity A in the bombshell filing, with the female star accused of watching the anonymized Celebrity B. We still don't know who that is as of yet. Now, this made Jay-Z the first celebrity to be named alongside Diddy in one of a myriad of lawsuits filed against Combs. Both rappers have denied all allegations. The accuser said she was assaulted at a party after the 2000 MTV Music Awards, which took place September the 7th of 2000. And this was at Radio City Music Hall. So anyway, we already know the rest. Now I'm gonna tell you all like this. Tony Buzbee has a trick up his sleeve for Jay-Z. And when it comes out, I just want you all to remember that I told you, okay? I want you to remember that I told you. So now let's talk about Jaguar, because they reported, let me have a word from my sponsor before we continue, but then we're going to talk about Jaguar, because TMZ reported just about an hour or so ago that Tony Buzbee said he's not working with Jaguar against Jay-Z. Voodoo Child says they're attacking and destroying the black rich people. That is the main goal in this situation. It looks like it. It looks like it, but hey, when you give them the ammunition to use against you, what can you say? Okay, Auntie Liz said, "We believe you, Queen." Facts. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna share my screen so you all can hear this. However, I'm gonna put an overlay on here because I don't want. Oh, let me play the. Let's have a word from my sponsor first, and then we'll get to that. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Here we go.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts, Lisa Crafts, and also you can find it at Walmart.com. Now I want you all to pay attention to something because, like I told you guys, the UK media posted all this stuff about Jay-Z and digging up all this dirt on him. Now, this we could say, oh, they're doing this because of the allegations. Well, that's partially true, I'm sure. But they've been digging up other stuff on Jay-Z, and quite frankly, it does seem to be that it has something to do possibly with Piers Morgan. Okay, and Piers Morgan being told to take down his videos. Now, or take down the portion of the video that Jaguar was in, at least. Now, here it is right here. You guys see that? Tony Buzbee, I'm not working with Jaguar Wright and Jay-Z lawsuit. Now, why did he feel the need to come out and say that? Okay, so let's get into it. Here's the real deal. Okay, this is what TMZ reports. Here's the deal. Jaguar posted a video on social media this week claiming she was contacted by Buzbee's law firm, which is representing a Jane Doe who is suing Jay-Z, as well as more than 100 alleged Diddy sexual assault victims. Now, if you all didn't see that video, now, in the video posted on X, Jag filmed herself talking with a woman who seemingly worked for a law firm, which Jag claimed was Buzbee's. Thing is, Buzbee said Jaguar called his intake staff and apparently recorded the video of the conversation she had with the woman. But Buzbee made it clear he is not working with Jaguar in any capacity. Jaguar's made a bunch of allegations against Jay-Z and Beyonce over the years, including a recent interview with Piers Morgan, where she claimed the Carters had even more victims than Diddy. The Piers interview ultimately got blasted by Jay's attorney, Alex Spiro, who questioned Pierce's ethics for airing what the Carters say are false allegations against them. And Pierce ended up issuing an on-air apology to Jay and B. Now, a client of Buzbee's is suing Jay, claiming the rapper and Diddy drugged and raped a 13-year-old at a party following the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000. But he says Jaguar is not involved in the litigation. For his part, Jay has vehemently denied the claims in the lawsuit and going after Buzbee, informing a judge there's reason to believe Buzbee is pressuring potential clients to make false allegations and lawsuits. Now, in the same video where she seemingly set up a call with a law firm, Jaguar makes a ton of other claims, alleging Jay-Z fathered a child with a minor and had a relationship with Foxy Brown when she was in high school. We reached out to Jay-Z's camp. So far, no word back. Honey, this is all getting real messy. Now, I'm going to play the audio from this. I'm going to put up an overlay because I already heard this. The other day. But let me put up an overlay on here so you guys can hear for yourselves. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Let me see if I have an overlay with Jay-Z's face on it. I don't think I do. So we'll put Diddy on there. Diddy will do.
I know that the attorneys were wanting to speak to you, but I don't think that they knew how to get in touch with you exactly, or they had tried to. And I was just telling your producer, we received an email that everything was encrypted. They didn't say who they were, but they left this phone number.
Oh.
It was pretty informative and a little different than normal, and so I thought I would call, and I'm glad I did. So,
well,
would it be okay if one of our attorneys called you?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea, because the truth is, everything that's happening to your firm has been happening to my life for the past 15 years because of the Carters.
Right.
Yeah.
We are somewhat familiar with everything that you've said. I know you've been online a long time.
Yes.
Talking about all of this.
Yes, trying to gain awareness.
Go ahead, ma'am. I'm sorry.
No, I said just trying to gain, give the public some awareness.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, so would it be okay if an attorney reached out? And
Absolutely. We can talk on Monday. And you can just, it was lovely speaking with you.
It's very nice speaking to you, too.
Okay.
Okay, so Monday, you want us to call?
Yeah, it was a call back Monday.
That was the Tony Buzbee law firm. You're being charged with doing stuff with minors. Your alleged son, who you've been avoiding doing DNA tests for over a decade. His mother was a minor. People are coming forward from Foxy Brown's high school talking about how you regularly picked her up after school, and it was kind of a known fact that was your chick. Wanna know what's funny? 2010, she finally admitted it. Y'all thought I was messing with AZ, and then you thought I was messing, and you thought I had Rick Ross' baby, and you thought it was Nas, and the real nigga was Jay-Z.
All right. Well, you all heard that. This is all getting real messy. Please pay attention. All getting real messy, guys. I'm glad I'm not in Hollywood or shall I say Hollyweird or the music industry. This is all so messy. Okay, be the difference club said really, really messy, okay? But anyway, I digress. Okay, so let's continue moving forward because here's the thing. Now, it looks like those psychics that Jay-Z called fake, well, it looks like they predicted, pretty accurately as far as I'm concerned. So let's have a listen. And notice he said psychics, so he was clearly talking about more than just Sloan Bella. Okay? He was talking about more than just Sloan Bella, so let's get into it. And here's what I'm going to predict about Jay-Z. Now, I already predicted to you all about the trafficking situation. Okay, alleged, right? That's likely going to pop up. But I'm telling y'all, Tony Buzbee has something up his sleeve for Jay-Z. He's holding the ace of spades, all right? And so please pay attention. Don't say I didn't tell you, all right? Don't say I didn't tell you. Tony Buzbee is moving in a calculated fashion. He is playing chess, not checkers. He sent that lady to the media for a reason. That was Bates, okay? He's playing with Jay-Z like a cat plays with a mouse. I just want y'all to pay attention.
There are legal troubles for Jay-Z that come up in November, and they come attached to another person, but not a person that you actually think, which would be P. Diddy spilling the beans as he gets dragged into court. No, it's not P. Diddy. It is somebody else. And I'm kind of swinging around to Justin Bieber. Like, I'm looking at the people up there, and I'm kind of torn between Chris Brown and Justin Bieber. But I'm going the Justin Bieber way here because Bieber is involved in this sideways. Now, this connects him to R. Kelly. High level pimping and pandering for the music industry through the trafficking of human beings. Okay, so I'm going to put that out there in that fashion. You, me, them, we're going to start seeing through the veil when it comes to Jay-Z, and within 3 years, public favor is removed. Now, he's not the first one to go down behind P. Diddy, but he's a close second. Russell Simmons pops up in the conversation. Okay, in the conversation. So I have not heard head nor tail of Russell Simmons. He pops right in right now for months. I mean, he went off somewhere and who the hell knows where he went. Those words, that hiding will come to play in the future months. We're going to see conversation from Russell Simmons. It's either behind the scenes, it's something that is going to bring about a change in how the public looks at Jay-Z. I get Jay-Z connected to Clive Davis, connected to P. Diddy, and so there's a succession of things happening. Clive is old right now, so he's probably next in line, but I'm kind of shooting off with Chris Brown, and then I'm shooting off with Justin Bieber, and then I'm kind of going to MC Hammer. Like, it's happening. These people are being used on different levels to take other people's money, clean it, move things all about the country under the guise of their creative talents. So it's a combination that's coming after him. And when they take him down, they're going to take Beyonce down behind him. And it's going to start crumbling. He has a target directed at him because people want him found out.
Okay, there you have it. Now, didn't I tell you all about some trafficking that would allegedly be attached to Jay-Z about a year ago? And for those of you that missed it, I showed the video again the other day. Y'all remember that? Now, I want you all to pay attention because at the end of the day, I don't think Jay-Z's going to jail. No matter what they find out about him, no matter whatever comes to surface, he's not going to jail. That's what he's not doing. Jay-Z is more powerful than Diddy. Okay, he has more powerful people behind him than Diddy. And also, the NFL, you see how they're sticking by him? Well, they really don't want to do anything to disrupt what's coming, which is the Super Bowl. Okay, it's too late to try to back out now. He's the one that's in charge of hosting getting these Super Bowl performances. So that would be a terrible look for the Super Bowl. And so they're definitely not going to just throw him to the wolves at this point. After the Super Bowl, however, might be a different story. So please pay attention. And another thing I want to bring up is this. Someone sent me these videos of this young lady because she seems to have predicted that Jay-Z is going to have some sort of financial legal problems. Okay, like something pertaining to money. That's interesting. Why is that interesting, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur? Well, I'm so glad you asked because you all remember I did this video. Do you all remember I did this video? Y'all remember this video? The title of it is, was Jay-Z's cannabis company a pump and dump scheme? Y'all remember this? Let's revisit. Just wondering. I'm just wondering. Because TMZ says Jay-Z cut ties with the weed company before a $500 million failure. Things got messy after his exit. Well, let's talk about it. So Jay-Z's cannabis brand Monogram isn't affiliated with the parent company. This money bleeding weed hub, not that they called it money bleeding, okay, weed hub was recently discovered to have blown through $570 million in cash and hasn't even been linked for a couple of years. A source tells TMZ Hip Hop, Jay-Z stepped away years ago and it just went up in a mess with an official separation timeline of December 2022 and is currently owned by another LLC at this point. Now, Jay and Monogram launched an aggressive campaign beginning in 2020, promising a premium cannabis experience, but still were accused of selling overpriced meat in the market. Cannabis expert Seth Yakutin, well, we already know what he said. He said it was just ridiculous, basically. I'm paraphrasing, but basically said it was ridiculous to be selling $50 joints. Okay. And yeah, absolutely it is. I mean, because who's going to pay for that? And then it's not premium, according to reports. It's not premium, according to reports. Yay, soon I told you I was a cannabologist. Okay. Is that what you are? Okay, so anyway, here's the thing. I think this was all just a pump and dump scheme. Now, I could be wrong, but that's what it sounds like to me, okay? Because you see, a pump and dump scheme is like a manipulative scheme where, somebody attempts to boost the price of stock, basically by using fake recommendations, by hyping things up, making it sound like it's all so good and gravy, like how they pumped it up, saying it's premium, it's the first of its kind and all of this. And, basically it falls short. Okay. And people that invest in it lose their money. Okay. And this is absolutely They give basically misleading and exaggerated statements, which is what it sounded like they were doing in those articles when they were talking, hyping it up in 2020. Okay, it just sounded like they were just hyping it all up. And then what happens is when the perpetrators of the pump and dump scheme, they've usually already established a position in the company's stock, and then they want to sell their products and sell their positions rather after the hype has led to a higher price for the shares. Okay, so my question is, did Jay-Z sell his shares? I have questions. Okay, I think that's enough. So y'all get the gist of it. I just want you all to pay attention. You heard it here first. I caught on to it. When I started researching, I said, yeah, this sounds like a little scheme right here. Now, I'm not saying that it was, but that's certainly what it sounded like, a pump and dump, okay? So now you have this psychic talking about financial legal problems. Bobo says you can get him on RICO charges. Queen, that probably might bring Jay-Z down. Money laundering. Listen, don't blame it on me, beloved. I was just reporting the news, honey. I just put two and two together. Okay, at the end of the day, if he did it, he brings himself down. Okay, I'm just putting out here information, honey. Okay, I'm sorry. This is all so nefarious. Okay, Syrian said Jay-Z ain't no Ozark. He's going to jail. Yeah, I don't think he's going to jail. I'm telling you right now, Jay-Z is not going to jail. I don't see it in the cards. And when I say I don't see it in the cards, I mean I literally don't see it in the cards, because I did a reading on Jay-Z, which I may get into that tomorrow. But let's hear what this prophetess has to say about Jay-Z.
The fall of Jay-Z and Beyonce, April the 24th, 2024. And God is saying that the queen and the king have started their downward descent, and that absolutely nothing is going to stop it. The Lord is saying that these people are guilty of heinous crimes, and that he is going to see to it that evidence about them will get into the right hands, and then their fall will be monumental, which means we will never forget it, and disastrous. They're guilty of horrible acts and crimes against children, crimes that they have committed in private, meaning it could be one of them with a child, it could be both of them with a child or children, but they have also committed the horrible acts and crimes against children in public. That means that there have been other witnesses to this. It could be consenting witnesses. It could be people who have been hurting the children with them, or it could be non-consenting witnesses, meaning people of lower station, perhaps a cook, perhaps a driver, perhaps a butler, perhaps a personal assistant, people who have stories to tell. But because the season was not right to speak against such powerful and well-protected people, they couldn't say anything. But now God says that there will be a mountain of evidence coming out, and that people will be more than eager to testify. So people have been hurt, and people will have grievances, and people will be coming out and talking, and this thing will become a snowball. And who will be going down in it is Beyonce and Jay-Z. So that is the full dream. And I just want to say to people that I can already see is concerning idols, how God will judge them, God's justice against them, what they do to them, and how God is going to bring some of them out. The Stars Will Fall, part 2. So God started talking to me, and he just started naming the crimes of Jay-Z. Financial crimes, fraud, grand larceny, human trafficking, and murder. Financial crimes, fraud, grand larceny, human trafficking, murder. So I heard these twice, and I was thinking, this is a prophecy, and I started writing it down. And then imagine my surprise when the next sentence was, Jay-Z will be exposed and connected to all these, and he's going to spend time in prison. He will go to jail, but he will not lose his life. He is a wicked man, but his life will be spared for the Lord's own reasons. So this is the first part. Financial crimes. We all know that Jay-Z is actually one of the people that I just discussed in a previous prophecy. You may have seen that prophecy. I just made it a few moments ago. Same dress. And financial crimes is not, it's not hard to understand when someone is a multi-millionaire. I don't even know. He might be a billionaire. I'm not sure. But he definitely is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars guy. And so when God says financial crimes, then obviously that person, it definitely will have to do with his business ventures. It will have to do with his business ventures. Perhaps the companies that he owns are not
So you all heard that, right? Y'all heard she said it twice, financial crimes and fraud. And what did I tell you all about a pump and dump? It's absolutely a financial crime and a fraud. Okay, it goes against the securities laws. All right, and just remember you heard that here first. Okay, now somebody sent me that because they were like, Queen, you told us about something, a pump and dump. And I'm like, yeah, I did. Okay, so this is all nefarious at the end of the day. Syrian said she said murder too. Yeah, now she's saying that Jay-Z's going to prison. I don't think Jay-Z's going to jail. I'm sorry, I don't think so. I could be wrong. I'm gonna keep, I'm gonna keep doing my little readings and whatnot on him. Now I don't do the ones with the tarot cards. That's what I don't do. But nonetheless, I don't think Jay-Z's gonna go to prison. I'm not saying that he shouldn't, but I don't think he's going there. And so everybody is talking, says Mr. Mystical Rams. And see, let me tell you all something. Voodoo's child said that is her wish. Maybe, But let me tell you guys something. Here's the thing. There's going to be some more people coming out accusing Jay-Z, just like she said. And that is what Tony Buzbee already knows. That's what Tony Buzbee already knows. That's why he sent that young lady to sit down with NBC. I'm telling y'all, he's playing with Jay-Z, toying with him like a mouse toy, like a cat toys with a mouse. Tony Buzbee has something up his sleeve. He was baiting Jay-Z, and Jay-Z took the bait. And I'm gonna tell you something. When Tony Buzbee sent that demand letter, and then Jay-Z sued him, and then Tony Buzbee comes back and then puts Jay-Z's name out there and amends that first civil suit against Diddy, adds his name to it. Well, you see, the thing is this. Jay-Z made it personal because rather than defending himself the entire time, he went in on Tony Buzbee, like I told you guys days ago, last week, whenever, that he went in on Tony Buzbee and started disparaging him, called him an ambulance chaser in a cheap suit, told him, I'm going to show you who I am and all of this. I know how to deal with people like you because I've seen your type before. Now, I want you all to think about Tony Buzbee. This man, an older white man, and then Jay-Z, an older black man, talking to him like that. How do you think that made him feel? Tony Buzbee took that personal. And then he came back and started engaging in almost a back and forth with Jay-Z. Now, here's the thing. Tony Buzbee should have done that either, in my opinion, because he's supposed to be defending his client, not himself. He should not be engaging in a back and forth with somebody who's the defendant. Okay? But the thing is, both of them going back and forth, they've both made it personal. So Jay-Z's now determined to bring Tony Buzbee down by proving and showing that he's a fraud, that he's extorting people, that he's doing this and that. And Tony Buzbee is also determined to bring Jay-Z down. So with that all being said, if you think that Tony Buzbee didn't know exactly what he was doing when he sent that young lady who has autism and she had numerous inconsistencies in her story. You don't think Tony Buzbee knew about those inconsistencies? You think he just skirted over that and that he didn't talk to her, vet her, whatever, that he just sent her out there to the wolves? He knew exactly what he was doing. This is a game of cat and mouse. And when it all comes to the forefront, just remember that you heard it here first. Just remember that you heard it here first, because Tony Buzbee is no fool. Okay, you don't win all of these lawsuits and billions of dollars in settlements, and you don't get voted as the lawyer of the year in those kinds of awards. You don't do that when you don't know what you're doing. Okay? Well, you don't know what you're doing. This man has tricks up his sleeves, I promise you. Okay, now it's personal for him. Now it's not just about Tony Buzbee getting justice or getting a settlement for his client. Now it's about him getting some payback. Okay. Now that's just my opinion, but sit back and watch how the chips fall. Truth Brown said Tony Buzbee got something up his sleeve for sure, Queen. Exactly. Okay, exactly. And if y'all think that he's not holding the ace of spades, I'm telling you, he's going to hit Jay-Z when he least expects it. Okay? He's going to hit it when he least expects it. Now, with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Okay? And maybe I'll come back No, I'm not even gonna say I'll come back later. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back later on tonight. I don't know. Because I still have that part 2 to do for you guys after we talked about the vampires and the blood magic and all that stuff. I had another part to that, but maybe I'll save it for tomorrow. I'm not sure. Just depends on what I have to do. Okay, Daniel said, Queen, when will you be getting your law practice started? I want you as my lawyer. Thank you, beloved. Thank you. Okay, I should have been a lawyer, honey. All right, so with that all been said, Human Nature says come back later. I just might. If I do, it'll be around 9 o'clock, maybe 9. It'll be between 9 o'clock and 10, okay? I just may. Truth Brown said, Queen, what you think about the so-called drones? Honey, I don't think those are drones. Okay, and I'm glad you brought that up. Maybe I should talk about that later on tonight because I've been meaning to talk about that. My friend in New Jersey said one of those things was as big as a car. Now, I think that the government wants us to think those are drones because that's what they've been saying. And, talking about how they're unmanned and all that. But I'm sorry. They're in the skies now for about 3 weeks in New Jersey. Okay, Lisa Cabrera, me and her have talked about it because she lives there. And matter of fact, she's the one that told me that one of them was as big as a car. So I find it all interesting. Definitely something suspicious is going on. I'm going to do a little investigative research into it and see what I come up with. And maybe we'll talk about that later too. Okay, maybe we'll talk about that later too. Adrian says, yes, Queen, talk about the drones tonight. Okay, listen, I'm going to come back. But if I come back, y'all have to be on your best behavior. I want the likes up and all of that. All right? I want the likes up when I come back in here. Michael says, Queen, Tony Buzbee is going to do a quote Gap Band song on him. Okay, you dropped a bomb on me. Exactly. I'm telling you guys, please pay attention. Truth Brown said, we got you. Okay, so with that all been said, I'll be back later. Listen, until then, beloveds, everyone enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got